Welcome to the backyard. I'm Danielle, and right now we are in beautiful Boulder County, just outside of Erie and Longmont, at this wonderful farm demonstrating some units today. So this is a 1025R. So this is our second tractor in the 1 series family. When looking at the model number, the 1025R, the 1 stands for the 1 family, and then the 25 stands for the horsepower. So this is a 25 horsepower tractor. And then the R is your trim kit. So E is entry, M is medium, and R is for your premium. So there's a little bit more features on this unit than the 1023. So the 1025R tractor does come with the 120R front loader. This is a quik-park loader, which means it is easy to disconnect, which we will show in a little bit. For this bucket, it does carry 803 pounds, and that is measured at the bottom pivot. For the 1025R, you do have capability of adding quite a bit of attachments through the 18.2 horsepower in the rear. The first one is going to be your mid-mount deck, which is going to be similar to your smaller riding mowers, where you can mow your lawn with a middle deck. You then can go to the back, and you have attachments back there through the PTO shaft and the 3-point hitch connector. So you can add your rotary cutters, your tillers, blade boxes, so you can work on projects in the back. So with the R, you get a little bit more features than you would with your E series. So your first one you have is your worker station lights. These are additional that come only with your R. You also have your armrest and your 2-piece seat that is 21 inches, while the other one is 15 inches. And you also have your rubber deck flooring against your plastic. Another feature with the operation station, you do have adjustable steering wheel, and you also have adjustable seat to make your ride smoother. You do have the capability of cruise control as well on this unit. So over here you have a couple levers. So let's first start with the one that can shift this tractor between 2-wheel to 4-wheel. Simply by pulling this forward, it pulls you into 4-wheel. Pulling it back pushes you back to 2-wheel. You also have your parking brake here, and you have your joystick for your bucket. You also have a lock for your bucket. So if you get in the perfect position and you don't want to lose it, you can lock it and it'll stay in that position. Also with the R, you have an upgrade, which is going to be your rock level stopper. And what it's going to do is you're going to get your PTO to the exact level you want. You're going to open it, you're going to shift it to wherever that point is, you're going to lock it, and now you know in the future where you were at for that attachment. As we get up, we are going to want a 3-point contact as we get in. So you're going to touch the steering wheel, you're going to touch here, and you're going to jump on up. So this unit does have a seat belt, so when you get in, you're going to pull it up and lock you in. And this unit also does have a ROPS, which is a rollover protection system to be there if a rollover were to occur. This unit is a hydrostatic 2 range. It has low and high. For you to be able to start the unit, we do need to be in neutral, so let's start there. So as we are in neutral, you're gonna come over to your ignition and you're gonna turn it to the first click. It's gonna sit there, and there's gonna be a heat glow indicator. Once that has disappeared, you're safe to turn it on. So what you're gonna first do is you're gonna lift up your bucket to make sure it's out of your way as you're traveling. So you're gonna take your bucket and your joystick and you're gonna pull it back, and that's gonna lift you up. So this unit does have the twin touch pedals. So your left one is gonna be your arrow going forward, which is going to be your forward. And then you have an arrow facing backwards, which is going to be your reverse. The one benefit with the twin touch is you can easily switch back and forth. So your long day of working on your projects, you're not gonna get fatigued. So this is your joystick for your bucket. If you wanna move up, you pull back. If you wanna move your bucket down, you push down. If you wanna curl up, you're gonna move towards you. And if you wanna dump your load, you're gonna curl back. So now that we are at your project and you want to move some dirt, what we're going to first do is we're going to get into low gear, which is going to be the gear that you're going to want to work on. So now that we are in low, we're going to slowly start moving towards the pile. And as we get closer to the pile, we are going to move the bucket a little bit closer to the ground so we can get a fuller load. And as we get closer and lower, you're going to eventually start curving up your bucket. You need a little bit more power. You're going to shift that up as you are working. and you want to dump your load, what you're going to do is you're going to go up, you're going to curve outside, you're going to back up a little bit, and then you're going to dump. So we mentioned this is a quik-park loader, so I'm going to demonstrate that now. So first you're going to drop your bucket to the ground. And as you hit the ground, you're going to keep going forward until you can kind of relieve that pressure off of the tractor. At that point, you're going to turn it off. You're going to get out of the working station. And you're going to come to these levers, which you're going to lift up, and that releases the loader from the tractor. And then at this point, you're going to get back into the operator station with your 3 points of contact. You're going to get in, and then you're going to start the engine back up. So now that we have it disconnected, we're going to go ahead and slowly remove and step back away from the loader. So as you do that, you're going to slowly start backing up. At this point, you are fully disconnected. You would get out of the worker station after turning off the engine and disconnect your hydraulics. Once you are ready to reconnect, you're going to slowly drive up, make sure you are aligned with it. You're going to make contact and you're going to keep on driving. At that point, when you have that good connection, you're going to now move your bucket. Once it is fully connected, you're going to turn off the engine. And you're going to come back to those levers that you disconnected originally, and you're going to pop them down. This was the 1025R. We do have other units that might fit your project a little bit better. If you need something bigger, we do have models larger than this. We have the 2 Series, 3 Series, and up. So we have the perfect tractor for your project and your property. Now say you're at home and you're in the middle of a project and you need new parts. Well, the one cool thing with our logo is if you take out your phone, you tap it, a link will pop up, you click it, and it takes you to our website where you can order any part you might need for your tractor. Thank you for watching. We are The Backyard, and my name's Danielle, and we'll see you next time.